Today, Baal is remembered as a demon, a prince of hell, feared in Christian demonology. But long before that, he was something very different. Baal was once a god of thunder and rain, worshipped across the ancient Near East as the mighty ruler of the skies. He brought life to the land, but also terror in his storms. So how did a revered storm god fall from heaven to be branded as a devil? This is the story of Baal, the terrifying demon who was once a god. Welcome to Vortex Mythology. If you enjoy uncovering the strange journeys of gods, demons and myths, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell. And tell us in the comments, do you see Baal as a god, a demon, or something in between? Over 3,000 years ago, in the lands of Canaan, a region along the eastern Mediterranean, and Ugarit, an ancient coastal city in what is now northern Syria, Baal was worshipped as the great storm god. His name simply meant Lord. Baal controlled rain, thunder, and fertility. Farmers looked to him for life-giving storms to water their fields. His temples rose high, and sacrifices were made in his honor. The ancient texts known as the Baal cycle tell us of his power. Baal fought Yam, the sea god, winning the right to rule the skies. He was celebrated as the champion who held back chaos and gave order to the world. But Baal was not just a nature god, he was a rival. In the Hebrew Bible, prophets denounced Baal as a false idol, condemning his worship, and so his name became a warning of corruption. A spiritual enemy standing against Yahweh, the God of Israel, worshipped as the one true creator and source of moral law. Already, the seeds of his fall were being planted. But Baal's power wasn't just local. His worship spread widely across the Levant and beyond. Archaeology shows shrines to Baal stretching from Ugarit to Phoenicia, even into Egypt where his cult mingled with local deities. Baal wasn't a single god with one form. He was a title, Lord, applied to different local gods. Sometimes he appeared as Baal-Hadad, the thunder god with a mace and lightning in hand. Other times he was depicted riding a bull, a symbol of strength and fertility. This diversity made Baal both universal and personal. To each community, he was their god of rains and storms. But in times of drought, famine, or political collapse, Baal's absence was terrifying. People turned to desperate rituals, sacrifices, even child offerings in extreme accounts, hoping to restore his favor. And it was this desperation that made him so controversial. For neighboring Israelites, worshipping Baal was not just idolatry, it was dangerous competition. In biblical stories, Baal's cult is often portrayed as violent, seductive, and corrupting, leading Israel astray. Prophets like Elijah staged dramatic confrontations with Baal's priests, showing Yahweh's supremacy in fiery trials. Baal was the god of thunder, but his power was fragile. In the myths, he faced constant rivals. For centuries, Baal was worshipped as the ruler of the heavens, the god who brought both fertility and terror. His thunder was both blessing and curse, his lightning both life and destruction. In several myths, Baal doesn't just fight for power, he fights for balance. Yam, the sea god, represented chaos, the endless waters threatening to drown order. By defeating Yam, Baal secured the world for humans, keeping the seas in check so life could thrive on land. This was more than a battle between gods. It was a cosmic drama played out in the natural world. Every storm that broke the horizon was seen as Baal reasserting his rule, keeping chaos at bay. His victories reassured people that order and fertility would continue, that the world itself was stable. But, even as Baal triumphed over the sea, his throne was never safe. For beyond the storms and floods, another power loomed, one that every culture recognized, a rival that no god could truly defeat forever: death. After Yam, his greatest enemy was Mot, the god of death. Mot devoured him, dragging him into the underworld. Yet Baal's story didn't end there. He rose again, storms returning after drought, life following after death. This cycle made him not just a storm god, but a symbol of renewal. Baal was hailed as king of the skies. Myths whispered that his greatest trial was yet to come, a trial not against water or chaos, but against silence itself. Baal's glory couldn't last. As with so many ancient gods, goddesses, prophets, and figures, later cultures and religious orders, often in the pursuit of control and power, would drastically reshape and reframe Baal. And so in the Hebrew scriptures, Baal was attacked again and again as the ultimate false god. The prophets warned that worshipping Baal was rebellion against the true God. Slowly, his temples fell. His cult was erased. When Christianity rose, the transformation was complete. Baal was no longer a rival god. He was rewritten as a demon. His name became linked to Beelzebub, the Lord of the Flies, a prince of hell. And so, the storm god who once ruled the skies was cast down, not worshipped, but feared. Not life-bringer, but devil. Baal's story is a fall from grace unlike any other. From thunder god to demon prince, from sky ruler to hell's outcast. But behind the demon we fear today lies the memory of a god, one who brought rain, fought chaos, and even conquered death. Baal is a paradox. A terrifying demon, yes, but also, once, a mighty god. Thanks for watching Vortex Mythology. If you enjoyed this story of Baal's rise and fall, give this video a like and subscribe for more journeys into the myths and demons of history. Tell us in the comments, do you think Baal deserves to be remembered as a god, or as a demon? Until next time, stay curious, stay wary, and remember, many demons were once gods.